remember what was used to hang her body? Her hands were bound to the equipment with cords, which is how her crucifixion was achieved.
And what of it?
In the genocide Shell's murder, the crucifixions were carried out with scissors. Using extremely sharp scissors.
Listen up! I killed and I crucified using my very own handmade Dano scissors. I'm an artist. I'm picky about my tools. Plus, you said there were only two of them. That's not right. Right.
By ma, do you mean me?
Are you listening to Ma? One more effort.
Huh?
Oh, shoot. What? You didn't notice there's a certain rule I follow. To choose my stuff. It's easy to find to see why I wouldn't have killed Babyface if you can figure out my rule.
So, in other words, follows the rule when she's choosing her victim who doesn't meet her qualifications. And then your qualifications. Oh, yeah. Hey! Because she's female.
Yeah.
Not.
And Dingo, what was his name, though?
What do you mean, dude? There's a pattern to the victim in genocide Shell's murders. Ken Hardy. Fuck it. 32, 17, 23, 14, 30. Naruto, Takami, Yodi, Osama, Nati, Matsume, and on and on. They're all dudes.
Yes, I do. It was passion and conviction. But only flipping hunts of men. And I said it, how embarrassing.
What the hell?
I can't help it. I'm a sweater. I agree with the very same hunk-on-hunk action of a me so reviled.
Okay.
Pure, unadulterated, hot.
You wouldn't kill Fujisake because she's female and therefore not hot.
That's like ramen shit I'm serving you spaghetti. So they both got noodles. Yeah.
It's still fucked up.
And so why I'm because I have passion and conviction. My perfectionism is what makes me me.
You made your taste and priority abundantly clear, but that's all they are. Tastes, priorities. But it all comes crashing down when you're forced to commit murder in order to survive. Blech.
There, yeah, you sore loser.
Sore loser?
When I stop getting first.
Some lame ass.
Okay, sorry. It like lagged a bit.
It's okay.
Reason, like saving my own skin. And even if there is some situation where I had to kill someone else to save myself. Waiting. Then, sure, crucify him or leave bloody writing. Too much work and a dead giveaway. You had a very good. And anyway, you went with the these journalists are a must-have. Like, I'm gonna use some heavy guns.
Perhaps there were no adequate scissors at hand, so you substitute them for a nearby dumbbell?
Adequate scissors. I don't use just any old adequate scissors. I use my own earth-shaping, fabulous, handmade general scissors.
Which you're even less likely to find here, dude.
Oh, I've got done.
That tongue. Gag, you're fully equipped, dude. No, wait, no, wrong person. Genesis.
I'm ready to do it anywhere. You still can't use that rope and dump instead of babies? Which experience with? Just point.
Yeah.
What I, sucker? And anyway, I don't even know how to tie it on. So I couldn't do that right. And I ran out of my turn. I ran out of with my. All this is ice.
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Is this seriously not the killer? Bingo. But still, what about the crucifixion? That ain't public knowledge.
Hey guys, pay attention to that guy. That is the reason we decided it wasn't a copy application and show.
Hold on a second. There is someone. Someone who could have limited Genosaurus found modus operandi.
Now really think about this, guys. An accusation. I know who to blame.
It was him!
And bingo, that's his name. Oh. Yup.
Does that make any sense?
Wait!
Oh, wait, now I remember.
Oh wait, we gotta go through, we actually had the, we would have to go through, we probably have to go to, no, wait, yeah, look at me. Where we go to, oh, yeah, I can understand why though. Even though we know who it is already, we kind of spoiled it.
Yeah, you could have done it, couldn't you, Togami?
Togami.
Oh,
You say Togami.
I'm half close to saying Tokapi. You're in a position where you can readily access secret government documents and their police files. On top of that, you told me you used to spend a lot of time going over the Genocide case files. So you're suggesting Master Byaku Togao is the murderer?
Yeah, Togami. Then reasons on Genocider show being the culprit was because he wanted to place the blame for his crimes. So the person who manipulated the scene to make it look like I did it was the gorgeous man in the glasses. Oh God.
What do you have to say to these claims?
Okay.
I see, so you suspect me. Now tell me this, when did you first begin to suspect me? I see. Oh, thinking back on it now, just before we discovered the body, you did something I think was a little peculiar. That changing room over there is suspicious, very suspicious, wouldn't you agree? Huh, suspicious? Doesn't look like anyone checked the changing room yet. Let's look around the women's room first. You suggested we go into the women's changing room first, didn't you? By being a boy, you're saying my first instinct should have been to search the men's changing room? The victim is a female. That's why I chose the women's changing room. Nothing more.
That makes perfect sense to me.
No, exactly. It doesn't make sense. Then why don't you tell us why? What does make sense? There's a glaring contradiction in what's going on. Whatever. I just have to point it out. Ah, new element has been added. Would you like to? Yes, I would like to see it. The new gameplay element has been added to a round called Conversation. If you hold the triangle button while targeting a weak point, you can convert that weak point into an. Oh God. You can then fire the convert ammunition into another weak point. If you fire the convert ammunition or chamber something else, you'll lose the ammo. Oh God. However, you're free to convert the same weak point into ammunition as many times as you desire. If you don't think you can repeat the hint line, okay. Now, by all means, try converting someone weak points and making use of it. And just when you should attempt the conversation, well, that's up to you to figure out. To say the least, you will not be able to complete this debate without using the newfound ability. God damn it! I wish you best of luck over and out. God dang! My HP is gonna be dropping like a rock. So absorb the thing.
The controls I can't help you with because I don't know how to play games. So.
Not yet.
Other than click around different clues.
You said something I did something strange before they found the bot.
But what was so strange about that?
As a man, whenever the opportunity arises.
We don't have to act for this part. We can just say it. From the changing room, it's perfectly nice.
God damn, get away!
The victim who's sucky is female. That's why I suggest investigating the woman's changing room. Didn't have time to go sightseeing. What's so unusual about that?
Fuck you!
No, you dummy. You.
I can always get it again. Her words clearly contradict Tongai's claim. As I've been saying, it doesn't make sense that he would know that before seeing it. Right, I just have to use her words against him. So it makes me wonder, should I just use the Moogami file thing?
Wait. So, find the body, but what's strange? Is there the opportunity where entering the woman's changing room is perfectly natural? The victim. Hopefully it's not the other way around, but we'll see.
I'm just
hoping. You
hoping.
can fast forward through this. Yeah.
I don't think I can.
You can.
Huh?
You can. You got the button on the side, got a timer?
This?
Yeah. I don't know what button you used to see through it, but.
I think I fired the thing when I pressed the X button.
You got it. Oh, wait! Wrong one. You highlight that one first. That was a huge clue. Her words against his.
Don't scare me like that. This headache.
I'm sorry. It took me a second to try to get that.
I don't know.
Use her words as the bullet.
Gonna shoot that fish. Just gonna shoot you right in the head. Just one shot right in the head.
Oh my god.
It's perfectly natural.
No, use it on. Shoot the bullet at the words there. There you go. Break.
Objection! So that little thing that has like the little play button, I can actually speed it up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a little bit dangerous to do that?
No, because it would make them sound like children.
Yeah, that'd be dangerous. Just go like, holy crap, I missed the target. No. Hey, B.
Oh no, you can always you have control over fast forwarding through it or not.
Ah, and I'll look
Like
up.
you can turn the fast forward off at any time. It's just so you don't have to listen to all of the talking again.
Okay, I'll look up the key for then later on. I still think what you're saying doesn't make sense. I mean, you shouldn't have known who the victim was before we found the body. So you're claiming you chose a woman's changing room because the victim was doesn't hold up. I see, nicely done. Excellent. Now we're getting somewhere, Monokota Neji. But you're
Allegations are so weak. You need more evidence.
huh? What's the matter? Is that all the evidence you have? I beg to differ. Go on, show it to me. What is he asking? Like he's egging me on.
Egging me on, but like
He should be feeling cornered by now, but it's like it's not even affecting him. Come on, you're not telling me you're through, are you? You have more evidence. I know you do. I'm pretty sure.
there is more evidence. It's in the discussion we had earlier about these between this murder and genocide show murders.
Evidence that I killed her. This marriage between genocide, child murder, and this one. There's evidence there that Togami is the killer. What exactly is she talking about? Oh god, here we go again.
Debate.
Okay, desk lamp.
There you go.
Between the murder.
The difference between the murders. Want me to go back over them again?
Sure, tell us. I kill with the hand maces. You kill with the desk lamp. Oh shit! No! Fuck. I didn't mean to shoot that.
You're gonna die.
I didn't mean to do that. That sucked.
You're not really looking through any of this.
Beep beep beep. Beep 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 beep.
Want me to go over them again? I kill with my handmade scissors. I was crucified with my handmade Geno scissors.
That twisting tongue.
On the other hand, Isaki was crucified with
A desk lamp.
a rope, was it not?
God. Yes, I was needing a rope. That rope seems rather fishy. Oh wow, his voice dropped. Togami, where did you get it? I've never seen that rope before. Yeah, make it. Beep.
There you go.
Break. 3 hearts. Crap. 71%. That's a B. Bzz.
Oh.
Actually, you have seen it before. The rope used to hang her body was really an extension cord. Twas an extension cord, my lad. Why does he look like a beaver? I saw you using an extension cord in the library. On top of that, after the murder, The extension cord has disappeared from the library. I refuse to believe that as the person who had been using that cord, you missed that detail. Then it could only have been Dangan who brought the extension cord to the scene of the crime. I see, interesting. So this is the answer you've settled on. After killing her in the women's changing room, I hung her body and wrote the bloody message to make it look like Genocide Shao had done it. Does that about cover it? Again, it's like he's taunting me for some reason. Like he doesn't have anything to worry about.
His face says otherwise.
Say what?
Look at it. It says otherwise.
I asked you a question. Is that your answer? Yep, that's our fucking answer. You killed her, you asshole.
The opposite of reason.
That seems like a very plausible thing for you to do. After all, you're your talk about this being a game. Hey, would you mind holding off for just a moment? I'd like to keep the discussion going for just a little bit longer. What, is that really necessary? We already figured out who did it, dude. Maybe we have, but still, something doesn't feel quite right. Doesn't feel right? And what would that be? I killed her in the women's changing room, then manipulated the crime scene. So it appears as though the psychopathic homicidal maniac was responsible for the murder. And what exactly doesn't seem right about that? Wait, is that really how it happened? Do I add it? Okay, no. Well, yes, there was the body was found, and Tony was right saying that. No, I don't think that there's something wrong with this claim. Wouldn't it be the crime scene?
Yeah. Because remember, everything was swapped.
Yeah. You said you killed her in the women's changing room.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about that. I think the murder might have taken place somewhere else. Unbelievable. You let me down. I thought you were going somewhere else with that. But goddamn it, if I've never been more wrong, damn. She died in the women's changing room. There's no question about that. It's kind of possible it happened anywhere else. Is it possible she was killed somewhere else and then brought there? Along with the rest of the scene? You think the whole scene was moved? And I expect you have some evidence to back up a claim like that? Yeah, that was the idea. Did I just throw him off balance? He's been so confident up to this point, but as soon as I mentioned the crime scene, maybe it never occurred to him the murder could have taken place elsewhere. Hey, don't leave the rest of us behind, soldier. What do you mean she was murdered somewhere else? What's the holdup? If you have evidence showing she was killed somewhere else, then hurry up and present it. Ah, boy. First piece of evidence suggesting the crime was committed somewhere else. Then it moved from the men's changing room to the women's, vice versa. The poster! I hope.
The poster would help. Anything that was in that room would help.
Yeah, but the posters in two change rooms suggest the murder might have taken place in different rooms. The posters are your evidence. In the women's changing room, there's a poster of a busty supermodel. Doesn't that seem a bit strange? I mean, really, a poster of a female model in the women's changing room.
She's not busty, she's busted for having some. I can't even.
Fake ass
titties.
Fake ass titties. On the other hand, the poster hanging in the men's changing room was of a boy band that extraordinarily popular with girls, Tornado. That too seems a bit out of place, wouldn't you think?
So you're proposing the poster two changing rooms were switched?
Yeah, I might want to bring your voice up when you talk as her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I was just saying that. Like each time you were talking as her, it actually just sounded like you were getting a little bit more lighter.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright, that's not all either. There's one other thing about the two rooms that doesn't add up. Isn't that right, Owagami?
Oh, funny.
Oh, Ogami, sorry.
Are you referring to my
Protein coffee?
One day while working out in the women's changing room, I spilled the protein cocktail. And yet, after the murder, the stain had been cleaned completely, or spotless.
Yeah, exactly. That's not exactly right. The stain was clean. It was just relocated. Did, did, did. Would it be this?
Yeah.
Yay, art. The sand on the carpet in the women's changing room wasn't exactly cleaned. I found the carpet in the men's changing room.
That is the mark left by coffee. So you're saying even the carpet was swept?
I couldn't even hear that. It just sounded like you just made that sound.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, you're kind of, I think it,
I think volume's too much up.
I said nothing. How about to move to the scene of the murder from the men's changing room to the women's? I beg your pardon. In other words, the culprit moved the bloodstained poster and the carpet, along with the corpse, in order to relocate the crime scene.
Well, I confess that it's a legitimate interpretation. What would the culprit gain from doing so?
Huh?
Is it truly necessary for them to go through all the effort of relocating the crime scene? Actually, no. The more important question is if she was really killed in the men's room. And then how did the victim Fujisaki gain access to the changing room?
I'm guessing that's saying, huh? Bazoo and howdy do. Change back now. Let's go, do. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Not you. I'm not saying it to you. I'm saying, come on, change, change. Ah, fuck it. Change. Come on. Are you able to read it a little bit?
Oh my god, why is this so much?
I told you the game does this a lot.
To enter. God.
I'll just read this one. Maybe it'll fix itself for the next one. To enter one of the changing room, you must use your electric ID on the card reader by the door. Oh,
However, Fujisaki via. Okay, game, just stop. Please. Please, pretty please. Okay. However, Fujisaki being female only had access to the women's changing room via her electro ID. In short, she couldn't have gained entry to the men's changing room.
wait, there is one way. If you like, I'd be more than happy to tell you, dudes.
Forgive me if I don't believe you.
Believe it, cuz I'm about to tell you how she could have done it. Right here, right now, dudes. Is it really possible? Did she really get in there? Yes, there is one way. And it's the loophole. Swagger! I swear to God, there better not be that 3 trigger thing. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's see. Broken electricity. Is it really possible? Come on. Let's go. You're gonna gain access to the men's changing room.
Oh, I found out what was wrong with my foot.
Oh, what?
there's something on it and it hurts. And it's like part of my skin.
Ah,
I don't
shit, I missed it. No, wait, no, no. Mm. Damn.
I gotta
Fuck.
get check out. You keep trying.
Okay. Actually, wait, I want to try something real quick. Huh. Let's see. Oh, wait, it can't be that one. There it is. Right. Yeah. Fujisaki couldn't possibly use Kudowa's electric ID. Why not, dude? Because when I found it in the kitchen, saw it was broken. That makes sense. There goes my idea. It's all impressive how quickly you surrendered. In any event, what was it not against the rules to make use of another electric ID? The rule only prohibits the lending of electric ID. They say nothing of borrowing someone else's, which is to say you are free to use any of the dead student electronic ID without violating the rules. Yep, that's exactly right. Although it makes no difference since his electric ID was broken, in which case she wouldn't have reprogrammed it using her skill as a super duper high school programmer. Objection. It is impossible to modify an electric ID. An alarm will go off if you open one of them up. Given she could neither have used Kudowa's electric ID nor modify her own. Could perhaps Master Magodu's line of reasoning has been incorrect? If she couldn't get into the men's changing room, then yeah, that's what that means. Then my vote goes to Togame. But isn't that really how it happened? Did Togame really kill her in the women's changing room? I don't think that's right, but I'm all out of. Hold on. I agree with Ninja. I think he's on the right track. Huh. You open your mouth for the first time, and who knows how long, and that's what you come out with? This kid could have gone to the men's room, that means. And just how can you be so sure there is another way? What was that? Explain yourself, kitty kitty. What is the other way? Yes, of course, but to do that, could I possibly request we take a short recess? There's some place I'd like to take everyone. Whoa, what you talking about? If you allow, I'll make the rest of this round much more exciting, which I'm sure you would enjoy. Oh, it'll make the class round more exciting? That's cool with me. The class round is now officially on recess. What? Seriously? So where's the scene you want to show us? And don't think I'll let you off easy for something stupid. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. Let's get going. There was nobody really sure what was going to happen. The restaurant went on recess. We followed Cutie Kitty. Her destination was... the woman's changing room? We gone over this place with fine-tooth comb. What do you expect to find here now? Examine the victim's body again very carefully. Examine the body? All of it, and thoroughly. You mean touch the body? I will have to refrain. It would be improper for me to place my hand all over a woman's body. It's not that it creeps me out or anything, it's just that it might possibly go against my religion, dude. I shall do it. But you're a girl, so making you touch a dead body is, I should really do it. No, it would be more suitable if I, a female, were to touch her than allow a male to do it. I will take care of it. Sakura. Do I smell homo? Are you two lesbians? No, we're not. Quit playing games. Very well, I will begin. I hope you can forgive me for doing this to you. Ichibogani held her hands clasped together before a place in the water. Make sure you examine the entire body very carefully. That should answer any questions you have. Herbal burn, you say? To what end are you having me do? What's wrong? Impossible. How could this? Goodbye. She was visibly Fujisaki. What? It's a man! I see. So she was a man. Thank you very much for your... Dude, you're kidding. I do not tell jokes. So... It's true! A guy? Fujisaki is a boy? What's this? You guys didn't know? I thought you were pretty dang obvious. Chichiro Fuji is a cross-dresser. A crusher. God damn it. Now I wish I'd done him. That makes sense. So this is what Kirikiri wanted to show everyone. But you're right about that. This most certainly does make things more exciting. Now let's hop on back to the courtroom and get to the ballroom. This time with a little extra oomph. And my humble apologies for the delay. Court is now back in session.
I'm back.
Hello.
I might have fractured myself.
Say what?
I might have fractured my foot.
Well, you might be shocked if you watch the video. The shocking truth reveal. Chihori was a boy. Now let's see where you guys go with that. Wow. Fix, please. Hey. Thank you. Hey, stop jittering.
Oh, okay. Stop flashing! Oh my god! Okay, I'm glad I'm not playing this right now. Oh my god, this would drive me to God knows no end. Okay, I don't know why he chose to dress like that, but one thing certain, Chihiro Fujisaki was male, not female.
It never occurred to me that Fujisaki could be a boy. It completely slipped my mind. I noticed.
Well, what? With the victim being male, he would have had no problems gaining access to the men's changing room.
Stop jittering. If his electric ID identified him as a male, then yes, you're right. You betcha Fujisaki was just a cross-dresser, so of course his electric ID said he was a male.
In which case, there are no problems with Nikki's line of reasoning.
Now just to let everybody know, I'm pausing it each and every single dialogue.
The victim was murdered in the men's changing room, after which he was moved to the women's.
Yay.
Accessing the women's changing room is simple. He just needed either Mizuno's or Inoshima's electrode.
That is true. Was actually killed in the men's changing room.
We still don't know why the culprit relocated the crime scene, but yes, it seems quite likely.
See, I thought something felt off. I couldn't help thinking something was strange about the way his body felt for a woman. Ah, well, you're not gonna.
I'm not even reading that. No, just keep going.
She's getting okay. You didn't have to even actually say "I'm." You could just say she's getting kind of turned on by this.
Oh no, it doesn't.
Feel right.
Yeah. Just,
But this
no.
finally ties everything together. All my questions have been cleared up.
Why should you be having your questions answered when you're our prime suspect?
Excellent. Truly magnificent.
My oh my, he's been whisked away to another world.
Why do you think, Niggy? After all that you still think Totemi did?
I have no doubt Tommy was responsible for disguising Fujikuda's death as the work of the genocide Shao. However, I don't think Tomoka is the killer.
Why? Even though you were the equivalent of the Siri Master Makoto.
The way he seems to be egging me on and everything, it was like he was enjoying having his mystery solved. Like he didn't have anything to worry about. I can only imagine he was able to act like that.
Because he didn't actually have anything to worry about.
And on top of that, the evidence he left was kind of, a little too balanced. Like, he initially used the extension cord as a way to lead us back to him. At least that's how I see it. What's more, you were more obviously caught off guard when you discovered where the murder actually happened, as well as you learned when Fujikage was a boy. If you're really the killer, neither of those should have come as a surprise to you. Now you see, alright, I'm more concerned by your lack of devious evidence. But I suppose that's good enough. We'll go with your answer being correct.
Correct.
Just as Neji said, I am not the culprit. I happened to stumble upon his body in the women's changing room and modified the scene, that's all. You shitting me, man? I'm not shitting anyone, it's true. Who could believe that?
He's so blunt.
If you don't want to believe me, by all means, you're just sending us all to our death.
If what you're saying is true, why would you do that? Why would you mess with his body?
My reason is unimportant. What matters now is finding the real culprit. Neji, if I didn't kill him, then who is the real culprit? I won't be able to say until we talk things over a bit more. You want to drag this on even longer? Come on, man. No matter how you slice it, Togus is the killer, dude.
We should discuss anything that doesn't sit right with anyone, so you can count me in it.
See, this is why I wish. I wish I could find her so I can actually have free time with her.
Don't get her mad. If we come to the wrong conclusion here, then all of us will be executed.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get her mad. Here you go, Kiri. Here's a hand bra.
She's exactly right. I too shall participate in this discussion.
I'm down too, dudes. Have you no independent thoughts? I'm no insect, of course. I think I can think for myself. Anyway, let's keep the conversation going. We don't need to come to a decision right this moment.
Indeed, you have a point. Our lives are on the line.
Then let's reminisce this murder's mystery game. Itokami really isn't the murderer. Then who is? Who killed him? At the very least, the one thing we can say for sure about the culprit is that they had access to criminal scene, which means they must have been
Male.
nah.
Don't you even.
Male. You need a male electro ID to get into the men's changing room, which was the scene of the crime. Since Kudo Electro was out of commission, the culprit must have used their own. I mean, the culprit has to be male, but that's not enough to go off. I need more clues. Okay, here we go. Non-stop debate. Oh god, please don't be the 3 bullets. Don't be the 3 bullets. Good, thank you. Cecil's testimony. Okay, I think this is a scene where Odawada accidentally goofs.
We have no leads to the identity of the killer. Don't do that one. As for possible leads.
What the? Did anyone?
Did anyone witness the culprit? If they did, they would have said something, dude. A sighting of the victim will do as well. At this point, we need any new information. That one.
What? What the fuck? Who shot at it?
The only person who saw the victim was the culprit, dude.
I want to know, is he saying rejection there?
What's the word?
It looks like I see R-E-J, and I just keep thinking it's rejection or reject.
Yeah, it might be.
Only got 1 point off of it. Yay! Yay! I want to know if you can actually get an S rank on this game. Actually, the culprit isn't the only one who saw the victim that night. Isn't that right, Cecil?
Celis.
Celis, sorry.
Now that you mention it, you're right. I did.
Seriously.
Ah, yes, that's. And he was the only person I told about this. That would explain why you were all so horribly disconcerted. No one else.
That's not important, just speak.
Just before curfew last night, I ran into him in the dormitory storeroom.
Flashback!
He was carrying a sports bag containing, at the very least, a tracksuit. I presume he was going out to work out.
A sports bag and a tracksuit. We found nothing to sort at the crime scene.
In all likelihood, the culprit disposed of them in order to get rid of any evidence.
Huh? Oh,
Not long after that, he said something rather interesting.
Flashback. Well, I'm in a hurry, so see you later.
I distinctly recall him saying he was in a hurry. Wouldn't him being in a hurry to imply he was going to meet someone?
In short, Master Tachiro was on his way to an appointment with someone to work out together.
The fact that he had as hard as we tried, Fusaki refused to work out with Asakina and I.
if that's the cause, he didn't want you to find out he was a dude.
Turning that around means the person he was going to meet was somebody he trusted deeply. Enough that he didn't care if they discovered his deep, dark secret. Such a beautiful friendship. So basically, the person he was going to meet is the culprit, and we just have to find out who that was?
But we only have so much evidence. Is that really enough?
Oh, but it is.
How'd you hear me fall away over there? What?
It should be clear by now who the culprit is.
Really? Who is it? Who killed him?
The culprit considered the sports backing tracksuit he disposed of to be the items of importance. By looking at the distinguishing features of some of those items, it should be obvious who what he met with. Is that really so? Could we possibly determine the culprit from evidence that has already been disposed of?
He. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, thank you. Are we suggesting we dust for fingerprints?
Without the proper equipment, that would be impossible for amateurs such as ourselves. Never mind that we don't have anything to check for fingerprints since it's already been disposed of.
We can still deduce who he was going to be by discussing it in detail together.
Actually, it does bring up a good point for one thing. We got like a biker leader, a serial killer, the luckster, the anime lover, the swimmer, the fighter.
I like it variety.
Huh?
I like how it's like a variety of people and not all the same thing.
I know. But I
Because
mean,
everyone has their own unique
I know. I mean, for her, I would think it only has question mark, question mark, question mark. Which I want to guess is she's the super duper high schooler detective. Because she has a bunch of detective actions going on, man. Woohoo!
That's easier said than done. Alright then, Celeste. Could you answer this? Did anything about that bag or tracksuit stand out? The bag was just an ordinary bag. You could find it in the storeroom. The storeroom only stocked one variety of bag, so I can't say anything stood out in particular. If my memory serves, there are several varieties of tracksuit. Perhaps then Fushisaki's tracksuit can provide us with some information leading to the murder. And let us discuss his tracksuit, shall we?
Could there really be something about the tracksuit? The point of tracker I'm having a hard time believing that. And this is where the culprit goops.
Yep. this is where he will go nuts.
As long as I don't have to do the whole suction thing going. Okay.
First of all, Shihiro Fujisaki was going to work out. Wait for it. Which raises the question. Why did he select that particular tracksuit?
Come on, you son of a bitch, say it.
What do you mean, that particular tracksuit? I get it, he chose his tracksuit. So he and the culprit would match. Which means the culprit
No.
and that
What?
kid had the
No,
same
no,
blue
no, no.
tracksuit right there.
That first shot just bounced onto the white one.
He slipped, dude.
Huh?
He just basically buried himself.
And they're just going like, how did you know it was a blue suit? Wait, what do you mean? We never said it was a blue suit at all, so how do you know?
Yep.
And he just said the whole stupid Chicken Little thing going, what we talk about again? Alright, here comes fun. Just a second. Udawada.
Oh,
Fucking Owada. There's something wrong. Okay, you know what? How about this? Anytime they say Owada, you say its name then. Just when it says Owada, since apparently I can't say it. There's something wrong.
you say Owada.
Huh?
You say Owada.
Oh,
Where's there another D?
Uwada.
Yeah.
Huh? Well, what's wrong with it?
Uh,
When she was giving her testimony earlier,
he was reading the sports bag containing at the very least tracksuit. I presume he was going to work out.
she never once mentioned the tracksuit color. Why then did you know that he wore a blue tracksuit? Oh, what are you talking about? What color was his tracksuit? She's going, I think it was light blue.
As I recall, it was blue.
And did you tell that to anyone before the class trial?
You were the only person I told Nike. Then I went to find out that Shihiro Fujisaki wore a blue tracksuit.
Well, he must have found the tracksuit at some point during the investigation. Yeah.
No, he didn't have. That bag and tracksuit have already been disposed of when we began our investigation.
They're probably in the incinerator.
Mm-hmm. And the reason he knew what color it was is because he saw she with it for guy. By she, you mean Fuji's. So, like, did you see his tracks, or didn't you?
I just happened to run into him last night and catch a glimpse of it. The kid was walking around carrying it. No, that couldn't have happened either. When I was talking to her, she told me.
She quickly stuffed the sleeve back to her bag, almost like she was trying to hide it. And then she left.
Then, after telling him his tracksuit was hanging out, he stuffed it into his sports bag. Even if you had just stumbled into him, you couldn't have known the color of tracksuit inside his bag.
You've dug your own grave.
More like you led him to his grave. That's why you said what you did, didn't you? Isn't it? Your spiel about knowing who he met with by looking at his tracksuit was all a bunch of crap.
I see. So there was a bluff? Your true intention was to cause the culprit to miss. That is why you said you knew who the culprit was. To scare him. That's right. Except I always had my sights on Owada. I was suspicious of him from the beginning.
But why? Why did you think Owada was suspicious?
What do you think?
You don't like him. Wouldn't it be he was acting strange?
Maybe it's one of the two top. Okay, I'm just joking.
How he refers to people.
Mm-hmm. It might have been how he was acting.
Swear to God. Yo,
Uh,
fuck.
the reason I began to suspect you is probably something you do unconsciously. You refer to males and females differently. When talking about a woman, you call her a chick. When speaking about a man, you call him a kid. After Shigeru Fujisaki was murdered, Owada started referring to him as a kid. That struck me that Owada knew Shigeru Fujisaki was male.
You notice such a mescal detail?
What are you? Kind of what's scary? I'm not the only one to be afraid of. What do you think? What you should really be afraid of are the people who kill their friends.
Uwada, is it true? Did you really murder him? I, 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 I didn't kill anyone! The hell's your problem, anyways? I make one little slip of the tongue and have one little brain fart, and all of a sudden you call me the culprit? Yeah, really, there was nothing but baseless accusation. Bro would never do such a thing.
You have a point. It's really decisive.
You're already backing down.
What other choices we have? We have nothing else to go off of.
Ho ho ho, 'tis my time to shine.
Oh my god.
Just a whisper, I hear it in my ghost. Oh yeah, you mentioned you found some evidence pointing to the culprit before, didn't you, Yalaba?
Did you really? What did you find?
Actually, thinking about it a little more, it might not actually mean anything. Don't fizzle out on us like that, man. Just come on, let us see it, right, dude? Well, if you insist. Here it is.
What was that?
'Tis an electro ID. I found it on the floor, so I picked it up. He found electro ID. It must belong to. That's kind of not that hard to figure out. As I recall, he wasn't found on the scene. His electric ID wasn't found on the scene, was it?
Yes, that is correct.
I knew I was right. I thought that might have been the case. that this might belong to Master.
That'll give us some kind of clue leading to the culprit. Yeah.
I had the same idea, but at last, it is broken and it won't even start up.
Hold on, I'll be right here.
Alright, I got it. It's likely that after committing the murder, the culprit broke in an attempt to destroy evidence. That's strange, though. Electro IDs are not easy. That was quick.
I thought it was. Well, sorry.
That's okay. Not easy to break. You got that right. They're completely waterproof, with high very impact resistance, so they shouldn't break in everyday use.
And yet his electric ID is broken, as was Clara's at the entrance hall. Wouldn't you say they're breaking a little too often, for as highly as you praise them?
Truly is, there's a bit of a mystery for you there. So here's the question. Why, oh why, did the electro ID break? Why did it break? I could only think of one possibility. I have a weakness. Monokuma, you told Togami and I the electro ID has a weakness. Crap, you remember that? Yeah, I might have accidentally looked that slip, but I never told anyone what the weakness actually was.
But for two electro IDs, which are not supposed to be breaking normal stress, to be found broken. The only reasonable conclusion is that someone discovered their weakness. You know what it is, don't you, Monokuma? What is the weakness?
What? You want me to tell?
I think it's a vital piece of information, and it wouldn't be fair to withhold that from us.
But what if I tell you and someone goes and tries it themselves? I don't want to have to deal with that.
Come on, tell me. We won't try it, we promise.
Oh, fine, I have a soft spot for a pleading, but seriously, don't try this at home, kids. Very well, but this is a special occasion. The almighty Electro ID 1 and only weakness is extended exposure to high temperature caused thermal runaway, destroying it. As I thought. As you thought? I found this Electro ID in the sauna. Isn't it kind of weird how you don't get burned in the sauna when temperatures can exceed 100 degrees Celsius? That's because as your sweat evaporates into the air, it creates a protective layer around your skin. And additionally, if you blow hot air directly on your skin while in the sauna, you will get burned. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that. Well, I've never been in a sauna. That's because it disturbs the air around your skin. This is also why it hurts to move around in the sauna. Yeah, I got that. For that reason, you must take care to remain still and quiet in the sauna. Fascinating. I feel smarter. 'Twas a complete useless piece of trivia. But hey, the victim's electric ID was found in the sauna. Maybe they put it in there on purpose, intending to break it by taking advantage of its weakness.
The culprit must have known that the weakness. But how'd he figure it out then? Monokuma said that he didn't tell anyone.
'Tis a mystery indeed.
And what if he accidentally discovered it? What do you mean accidentally? The culprit could have, through some turn of events, accidentally broken his own electro ID in the sauna. And then, having discovered the electro ID's weakness, he was able to repeat that a second time with Shihiro Fujisaki.
That's certainly possible, but then who did it? I can't imagine anyone who would bring their electro ID in the sauna. But I can. You for real? I can think of one person who might have brought their electro ID into the sauna. Yeah. There's only one person who might have brought their electricity into the sauna. That's someone into the sauna while their clothes still on. Gee, I wonder who it was. No. Oh yeah, it was her. Yeah, she did it.